I think if it was an interior defensive lineman, I'd be more into it than another edge. And it's not that edge isn't still a need. It's just, are you really going to drop that much draft capital to pick up another edge in the rotation? And Chop Robinson had a really down year last year. He had a really good rookie year. 7 sacks as a rookie, with I believe it was like 58 pressures. And last year in less snaps, to be fair, he only had 4 sacks and 19 pressures. So that's not really the second year sophomore season you want to see. And I would see him more as a buy low guy than a guy that you'd want to drop all that draft capital. So that's just me.
Well, and then as it relates to the second part of Jerry's comment here, surprise picks was such a down year, quote unquote down year at the quarterback position, and 2 teams like Cleveland and New York, who seemingly would be needy at that position, having 2 first-round picks each, they might be like, hey, we're going to stay put at our first-round picks, and then the second time through, we think Ty Simpson is going to be there, no problem, no questions asked, and we'll go take a flyer on him with our second first-round pick. So I have a hard time like forecasting what might be categorized as a surprise this year, guys, because there may only be 2 quarterbacks that go on opening night.
I would say go back and look at the 2013 draft when it was notoriously weak like this one is being described. And what you saw was 2 guards go in the top 10. You had Chance Warmack and kid that went to Cleveland, I think. Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I think it was an Alabama guard. But you had 2 guards go top 10, which is, we've heard the conversation about how you can't take a guard at 14, let alone 2 in the top 10. So will there be surprises? There definitely will be. And there'll be some of those positions that, like I keep saying about Vangaone, I think he's going to go way higher than people think. Like I'd happily take him at 14. I think he goes top 10 just based on the lack of talent in the top 10 of this draft. I think teams will just see, well, let's get a kick-ass guard, even though it's a devalued position. Who cares? We're getting him. That's just my opinion on that.
DJ Fluker was the guy you're talking about, right? Cole? Yeah, I think Fluker. Remember? Didn't he go like 11 overall or something?
Shit, maybe.
Wow.
Damn.
What a pull. What a pull.
He was with the Ravens. Great dude. Interesting dude.
Nice guy. I remember him as well.
It was Jonathan Cooper and Chance Warmack. And then Fluker went 11th. Wow. So he was drafted as a tackle, but you are right, he did move to guard. So there was 3 guys that ended up guard taken in the top 11 of that 2013 draft.
You know what amazes me, Cole, and then we could get to this this question. What amazes me is like I did another call. Like what happens is a lot of people run mock drafts. Like, and I got a call from another NFL writer today saying, hey, can you make the Ravens pick for me? And I said, sure. And that thing happens pretty regularly, multiple times a week in addition to all the other mock stuff I have to do. And every draft, Vague has been available. Every one. There's not a single one that he's been picked before me. Every time I've been on the clock in any of these things that I've done, and trust me, I'm tired of them all, but anytime he's been available. It's just, I'm shocked that nobody in the top 10 or 12 has said, you know what? Let's get this guy. He may be the best offensive lineman in the draft.
Cole, that brings us to some follow-up. Being that the punter signing went official over the weekend, JS19 Ravens, you are his guy for this topic.
Yeah, I mean, you won't see me breaking down any. From JS19 Ravens, Cole, any chance to review the film on Luke Elzinga, perhaps a road grader's coming up? Surprised we didn't get an emergency pod on the signing. Jeff tried to. Me and Bobby had to talk him down. But, you won't see me breaking down punter film, but I will say one of the key facts to know about Luke Elzinga, he averaged 43.1 yards per punt, but he was also 4 for 4 on passes on fake punts for 86 yards. So something just to keep in the back of your mind.
This dude is a heck of an athlete.
Yeah.
This guy was a star baseball player as a high schooler. I mean, big kid. Isn't he like 225, left-footed punter?
He's 6'4", 225, which is big for a punter.
Left-footed punter. I don't think he held at Oklahoma, but asking around, I think he held. That was just because the kicker had someone he had worked with comfortably, but I think he held in the past. So, that's always an area. Like their punter is going to have to hold. Unless you think Lamar Jackson or Tyler Huntley are going to be the holder. The punter is going to have to hold. Yeah. So that needs to be part of the evaluation process. But yeah, this is an interesting guy, and this is a guy they're familiar with, guys. Like when they're facing a left-footed punter during the season, they'll bring in a left-footed free agent punter because how you evaluate it is the ball comes off the left-footed punter's foot differently. There's a different spin that lefty punters have. So when the Ravens are about to face a lefty punter on Sunday, they'll bring in a lefty punter during the week so the returners get a good look at the ball. And he's a guy that has come in before. They know him. They had him ranked pretty highly, is my understanding. They didn't need a punter last year, but they still ranked the punters just in case. And he was one of their top 5 punters in last year's draft. So, I don't necessarily know he's their punter, but you need a guy in there now because they're practicing now. And over the next couple weeks, they're going to be practicing. And you need a guy to hold primarily, but you're also going to need a punter because you're going to do different drills and all that stuff. So he's a body for now, but we'll see what happens in the draft. I still have my money on them using a 5th or 6th round pick on a punter. Word at the combine is Randy Brown's been very active in getting a look at those punters and doing his homework, just like he was last year when they did the kicking search. So I think they'll, my guess is they'll draft one, but they need one now, and he's a decent stand-in. And if they like what they see, who knows? Maybe they call off the draft punter search and say, hey, let's give this guy a shot. We have other things we can do with the 5th round pick.
I went back and looked September of 2025 in your tweet archives, and same week that they brought in Kenyon Green for a visit was when they brought in Luke Elzinga. So there you have it. There's familiarity with the player.
Did you not believe me? Did you need to go find that?
I usually do this to Jeff. I'm rubbing off on you.
Say it again.
Did you didn't?
I got lost in the text thread and I questioned Jeff's sources the other one.
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do.
Jeff, where'd you get this? I don't know. I just fucking made it up.
Well, no, I'm saying earlier in the week when I was doing my own homework on him, it popped up in my timeline.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, he's backpedaling. Don't.
My side story is Sunday. I'm sitting there at the Madison Square Garden. Excuse me, this was Saturday. I'm sitting at Madison Square Garden enjoying a rare Rangers win, and some other reporter texted me about Luke Elzinga. I told him I don't give a shit. I'm watching a hockey game with my kids. We can wait on the punter. I got things to do here.
I love that.
God, the Joker 811 says, I called it way back when I said all of our jerseys went on sale, LOL. Will these replace ours or just add a few to the current one? Any thoughts? I think we shared that earlier on, the difference between a collection, which is this unveiling of next week, and an alternate like Purple Rising from a couple years ago. This might be a complete overhaul, right, guys?
That was part of the leak from, I wish I had his name. I'll look it up just so we can give him proper credit. But the Jersey Insider was pretty clear that this is a whole new, two new base uniforms was what he said specifically in a follow-up tweet.